Hello everyone, welcome back to HelpForCode Learning. If you check here, this is the problem 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. This is the input and this is your output. I have not mentioned the description here, but if you check this problem, properly, and if you try to understand the output, then you can understand the logic also. So when we are going to start the iteration from here, so accept this number means I'm not going to use this number to multiply with other number. I have to skip this number, and then I have to take this. Inner loop, and inner loop is going to visit again from here, and it is going to start multiplication from here, like 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 is 24. So your first result is of 24. Then again your outer loop will visit on the second index. So accept this number, we will multiply, like 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into 4 is 12, so 12 will be the output. And again your outer loop will, when it will visit on the third index, so 3. So accept this number, we will multiply like this number, 1 into 2, and 2 into 4 is a 8, so 8 is here. And then again when your outer loop is going to reach on the last index, that is a 4, so accept this number, we will multiply these numbers. Okay, 1 into 2 2, and 2 into 3 is a 6. So this is a particular number you are getting. Okay, this is the 24 comma 12 comma 8 comma 6. This is the output you are getting, guys, here. Okay, so outer loop and inner loop. So outer loop is just going to visit on first value, second value, third value, and the same value we will compare in an inner loop. Okay, if both are matching, so accept that number, we will multiply with the rest of the numbers. Okay, so what I'll do exactly, I'll just copy this, and very immediately I'm going to make the logic for it. Okay, so this is my list. Okay, uh, you can use a simple logic also, and here I'm just using a very simply, we can say that a for loop means nested for loop concept we are using here. Okay, so I will take another list also, like a new list. I have to take as a empty. Why? Because when I'm getting outputs, I'm getting in the list format. Okay, I have to print the output in the list format. So this is a very, very clear. And what I have to do exactly, I've taken this. So let's go for that. For I in my list. I'm just going to use the my list. Okay. So in not directly the my list, I'm going to use the range function. Okay, inside the range function, I'm going to calculate the length of the my list, and this is the perfect thing. Then I'll take a one variable, because I have to store the value. I know I have to store the result. So I have to store the result. So I've taken the product equal to 1, and just default value 1, because I cannot able to take the 0. If I will take the 0, and if I'm going to multiply any number with the 0, so obviously at the end we will receive the value, the result is a 0 itself. Okay, so I'm just taking a 1. Okay, now for j in again, I will take the range function. Inside the range function, I will take length, and inside the length, I'm going to take what I have to take exactly here. Okay, yeah, my list, the same thing I have to take here. Fine, and inside of this, first of all, what I'll do exactly, if, because as you know that as per the given logic, I hope you guys have write down this input and output statement so you can understand it exactly. Okay, what we are doing exactly, yes, okay. My list of I. Now I'm just going to compare with this element, my list of I with the my list of J. Now you will say, sir, why you are doing this thing? Because I have to compare. See, if I'm going to start from here, the first index, so this first value is stored in the with the help of this outer loop. We are having this value in right now, because the value of I is by default a 0, and as you know that the value of J is also by default 0. So I is having a 0, so at index number 0, it will get the value that is of 1. Okay, and J is also 0, so J will also got the value at index number 0, that is a 1. So if 1 is equal to 1, so this time I'm not going to do any multiplication, because as you know that if I start the iteration from here, so I have to skip this first value, and then I have to multiply with the rest of the values. Again, in the next iteration, when your outer loop will visit on the second index, so except this index, I have to multiply other index values. Okay, itself, So what I'll do exactly, I'm just going to use the continue keyword, and not a clear. Okay, and here is a very simple logic. Product equal to product into my list of J. Okay, so you can understand this logic. And when it come outside of after all the multiplication, because you know right now the value of I and j is a 0 0, so at index number 0 both will receive the 1 1. So when it is equal to 1 1, so it will come inside, the condition is to continue, it will continue to the loop, and again the next time the value of j will be 1. So this time at index number 1 j has received the 2 and 1 is not equal to 2, so condition is false, it will come here and then start doing a multiplication, and all the multiplication result is going to be stored in the product. So definitely when it come outside of inner for loop, then I will use the new list dot append function, and in append function I'm going to append the product. Okay, this is what I have done, and uh, uh, outside of my outer for loop, I'm just going to print my uh, what is that? That is a new list. Okay, so I hope I will get a perfect output. Let me check. Yes, 24, 12, 24, comma 12, comma 8, comma 6. So we have received the perfect result. And this is what a logic, guys. Just think about it and try to make, this particular playlist, this particular series is dedicated for the beginners, those who are in the beginning level and those who are looking for to, to just build the logic. So this will help you to build your logic. And this is what I will suggest you. Just go and do it. Okay, fine. So we'll see you in the next logic building session.